Hello, Darla Delane here, coach speaker for powerhouse women who have a team or want one. And today I really want to talk about this word energized as a feeling. This it's a very misunderstood word, but it is an incredibly powerful one. And it not only means some different things, but it actually does physical things for you. And it then in turn really kind of leverages you and gives you a boost and support that you need to get everything done that you need to get done and want to get done. So I love this word, and I really kind of was delving into it. So first of all, energized is not motivated. Motivation comes from the brain, from looking at a logical group of pros rather than cons to you getting something done. Inspiration comes from the soul, the creative part of you that's connected to source, universe, God, all of that, that's like that visionary piece of you. So inspiration flows through there. Motivation comes from really looking at systems and structures that will leverage you to get something done, right? And energized is a word that kind of goes to both of those, which I think is very interesting with it. So first of all, we know that energized is not lethargic or bored or exhausted or overwhelmed. None of that is energized. We know that. But it's also not frantic. It's not manic. Sometimes people are like, oh, I'm getting so much done, but they're doing it from a frantic or manic place, which is really out of fear. So that's not energized. That is coming from a fear response. Energized comes from a love response and not a fear response, which is one of the things that makes it really, really different. So it's also not worried or anxious or frustrated or any of those other things where we feel energy in our body. That comes from fear, which means it's an adrenaline hit and not really from a place that's going to help your body or what you're doing. Sometimes it does, sometimes those emotions help us get into gear when we really need to. But I'm talking about energized, something that you could sustain on a daily basis that would build your business, build your team, get all the areas of your life working better. That's the kind of energized I'm talking about. So basically, I've got me a little definition I've done for energized. So energized is a high vibe feeling that comes from a connection to a vision or to your source and to your why, and combined with an eager anticipation of what is to come. So that's energized. That's where it comes from. It's a high vibe feeling, but it comes from a connection to your vision and your why and your excitement about the fulfillment, materializing of this vision. So that's energized, right? And like I said, the beauty of energized is it's both a right brain and a left brain activator, which is super cool because you can get even more. I am all about time hacks. I'm obsessed with time, and energized is, to me, the number one time hack for you. So what part of the brain systems that it does? So listen, it's like it's the brain gives you the support you need. It runs your body functions. It has systems and structures for you. It's a computer, and it runs those things. And being energized physically is helpful in your business. Obviously, it really needs to be a number one if you're wanting to really get to these really awesome, bodacious visions that you have. So this vision piece and you being able to fulfill it requires or is helpful if you have an energized physical body, right? And so this is from things like rest and water, plenty of water, and exercise or movement, It's also from foods that really support energy in your body. And when you're feeling physically energized, then you can move better. Your brain is clearer. You can think better as well. You don't have that foggy brain, sluggishness, those kind of things. So this is this piece of it being energized that your brain controls, which is that physical part of your body. What also happens when you're using it as an emotion that comes from the connectedness to this emotion, where it's a love emotion and not a fear emotion, is that when you're feeling this feeling of energized, it also sets into play hormones in your body that support energy, not adrenaline in a bad way, but those other hormones that really support what you're doing. So it's raises your vibration, so the energy around your entire body, all of your cells are working at optimal level when you are energized in the feeling of that. They also work at optimal level when you are energized in the physicalness of that. So this feeling of being energized supports both of those, which is super cool. So now the other piece that it supports is, and it comes from, is this love, high vibe, energy, emotion that comes from your connection to source. That it comes from this soul spirit connection, right? Where that doesn't have anything to do with your physical body. And it is but your body gets affected by the emotion, which it does. Your body gets affected by all of your emotions, right? And so by energized, though, it's a positive effect that it has on you. So, I mean, we've all had this happen, like, let's say you've got your work you're doing every week, you haven't taken any time off, and this next weekend, you've got some really fun things planned. Friday gets here, you get a little burst of energy, don't you? Like, you get a little more energized, you're excited. And on the weekend, if you've got something super cool to do or a vacation, we usually do a little less to support our body physically, but that emotion of energized carries it and has us be able to do even more than we thought we could. It happens maybe when you get a call from someone that you really care about, or a visit from someone you love. You get more energized. Maybe you're laying around, you're feeling kind of and then, somebody shows up that you're excited to be with. All of a sudden, you can get up and do things. It's like no problem, right? When I was acting, if I had to be on set to be in a role, it filled me with such, that was my vision materializing, right? And so it filled me with such, I was so energized, my feeling was energized that I could be there 18, 20 hours, 24 hours, sometimes even more. And of course, with a little caffeine help. But I really could maintain much longer that really deep work that it took to play that character. Same thing happens to me now when if I'm doing a training, or if I've got a coaching call with someone. If I'm a little like tired, maybe I didn't get enough rest, or not feeling really good physically, the minute I get on that call, I am like all in. Like, it is just the highest vibe. I'm right there. It's like I can hear clearly. I think clearly. Sources flowing through me. I'm giving great stuff. And when I get off that call, I've got all this energy again, right? Like, that is there, that I've got this energy that came from me doing something that fulfills me, that gives me such, you had the vision of doing something you love and you really, really want to do, and then you're getting to do it. That energized level gives you so much more boost that you can get going. But it's a positive boost. Those hormones are different than the ones that when you're feeling fear. Fear elicits a totally different response in your physical body. So this high vibe then will maintain you through areas and times that may not be so high vibe if you're already in that energized place, right? All right, so there's parts of this process of taking a vision and getting it all the way to where it materializes in your life, right? And in that this emotion of being energized is vital for you to be able to take a creation and a vision all the way through to it materializing. And it is more vital with something that feels bigger, or is something you've never done, or is something that maybe people or culture tell you is going to be hard. Then this is even more vital. So this might be a missing piece for you. This energized piece, this feeling like, you know, even though I'm not sure what I'm doing right now, I'm super excited about the outcome, so I'm going to do it anyway. I can get even more done. It is the ultimate time hack. And so if you've got a lot to accomplish to have your vision come through, it's necessary. It is a time bender. It will stretch time for you and give you the physical energy to get even more done. So it's like the, you know, special sauce, the magic potion, the key. It may be the very missing piece for you that you need to actually build this business that you are seeing in your vision, for you to actually have this team that you have created in your mind, and for you to actually be living in the areas of your life, all of those pieces, exactly how you want to be doing that. So this piece, this energized feeling, is really, really different than others because it's both right and left brain. It affects both your physical body in a really strong way, as well as your emotional, soul, creative part of you. So we want to really kind of keep this at the very top and be looking for all of the ways that you can get help on getting this missing piece put back into your life. Until next time, bye.